What's up guys, Joel here. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to install a local Bitcoin wallet on your computer. Now most people using Windows computers. I got a lot of friends that are on Mac or on Linux operating systems, but I use Windows all the time. I'm a Windows guy. So we're going to use a wallet called Exodus. There's many different types of wallets out there, and the wallet is basically the software that's running on your computer that's going to encode everything and encrypt and keep your um, bitcoins safe and secure on your computer. Now, it's going to hold your private keys, your public keys, and that is in essence what your Bitcoin is. So you want to do that locally. When you have your keys or your Bitcoins held in an exchange, then you're losing some of the security that's built in the Bitcoin network. So now you're trusting the exchange, which is separate from the Bitcoin network and Bitcoin miners and the Bitcoin keys and its security and hack proof ability, if that's a word. So many exchanges have come and gone. So, for example, we got Trade Hill that was shut down because of different regulatory reasons that they couldn't meet. We got Bitfinex that is still up. BitInstant is shut down or was shut down for regulatory reasons. Mt. Gox is probably the most famous one, which, uh, people lost tons of money because their bitcoins were held in this exchange in Japan, Mt. Gox, and it was hacked or other failures occurred, and they had to cease trading, and millions of dollars of Bitcoin just disappeared overnight. But again, that's not a failure of the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's not a failure of the Bitcoin network. It's not a failure of the Bitcoin encryption. It's just some guy running an exchange. So that's the flaw there. So I use the exchanges as a method, a way to trade my Canadian dollars or US dollars for the Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin lives in my Exodus wallet and through the different transactions that I use it for. So the exchanges like xCoins or Coinbase is temporary. It's just a way in, a way to get your Bitcoins, trading it for dollars. And then it's a way out to trade your Bitcoins back out into your bank account. So it's an entry and an exit point into the Bitcoin world or Bitcoin space. But then most of your transactions should be in your wallet or through your wallet and to make your purchases and your trades, etc. All right, so Exodus, the website. You can go to exodus.io, and in the top right corner, we've got the download button here. It's probably hard to see. There you go, download button. So we'll click on download, and you get to your operating system choice. So Windows 64-bit. Click download, go to downloads, etc. Once it downloads, then you run the executable. So if you got Firefox, it's a little arrow up here in the top right corner. If it's IE, you'll get another pop-up box asking you if you want to download or run. If you're using Google Chrome, you'll have it in the bottom left corner. I click on it and we run the executable, hit run. Of course, I've had this installed before, but this is the same process whether you're updating your Exodus or if you are installing it for the first time. So just go through the install process. It's like installing any other software. I think we're all familiar with that. The familiar software installing pop-up boxes, basically click next, okay, next, okay, next, okay, yes. There's no spyware installed with this. No viruses installed with this. And it's a very graphical, it's a very pretty interface, I must say. You can click on it on the shortcut on your desktop or in the app menu. It has been installed. Okay, great. All right, so now we're going to click on the shortcut and we're going to run the software. So let me just minimize my browser. There's the icon. You double click on it. Of course, I've already set mine up with the password. When you first install, it's going to ask you to make a password, and it's going to ask you to back up some keys. Those are definitely something you want to back up. Back up, I mean save it as a file. I keep my stuff stored on a attachable USB drive, and also Dropbox is a good option as well. So now this is unlocking or decrypting my local wallet. You'll probably find I have nothing in here at the moment. Open a Google Chrome window. All right, so let's get back to our Exodus. Welcome to Exodus. Loading. This is what the interface looks like. Now, when you have cryptocurrencies in here, you will see this nice round circle full, and the color and associated with the different cryptocurrencies, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other assets. So this is under the Portfolio tab. Under the Wallet tab, you can click on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you've got big buttons, send and receive. So very straightforward process. Now, one of the reasons I like the Exodus wallet as opposed to other wallets is that it's very graphical, it's very pretty, but it's very user-friendly in that sense because it's great big buttons. It seems it's very natural and instinctive. What do I want to do next? Where to click? There's no command line for it or anything like that. You also have built-in multiple currencies. So right now I'm only showing Bitcoin and Ethereum. If I go to settings and assets, you might be surprised to learn that there are so many other cryptocurrencies out there. Scrolling down, these are the ones that you can hold in this wallet. For example, Litecoin is another popular one. So Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, Decreed, Dash, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin are two separate cryptocurrencies, not to be confused. And soon Bitcoin Gold will be out because of the hard fork that's happening on the 25th of October. But anyway, so just to simplify things, I'm only selecting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'll deselect Litecoin just to keep it simple. Now, go back to portfolio. I have none in my local wallet of Bitcoin and none of Ethereum. And if we go to exchange, you'll see a very user-friendly interface where you can exchange one cryptocurrency for the other. Okay, so this is fantastic because not a lot of wallets allow you to swap or interchange from one cryptocurrency to the other. Great. Back to portfolio, back to wallet. So from my wallet, I would like to receive some Bitcoin. Great. Get this window and I can print it, I can email it, view in the blockchain, which is you can view the transaction. But this is my Bitcoin address. Now I am going to copy this address. I want to receive Bitcoins here. So I'm going to log into my Coinbase account where I have a few dollars in Bitcoin at the moment, $7 or $8 worth, and I'll just send them to myself to show you how the transfer occurs. Okay, so that they arrive locally. So I'm going to copy this address. Now this Bitcoin address is copied. Okay, I'll close this, minimize. I want to go to Coinbase. Now in Coinbase, you see I scroll down my portfolio. I have some Ethereum and I have some Bitcoin, right? Go to my accounts, Bitcoin wallet. So from here, I want to send this Bitcoin. I'm going to click on send. Now it's asking me for the Bitcoin address that I want to send it to. I'm sending it to myself, to my local address. So I'm going to paste in here the Bitcoin address I copied earlier. Okay. Now in the amount, I can click a dollar value, but I'm going to say send max. And it's going to take care of the fee, the network fee, and I click continue. I have it set up so for verifications, people can't steal my money. It's going to send a text message to my phone that I have to confirm for any money coming in and out of my Coinbase account, which is great. So if my online Coinbase account gets hacked, I'm going to get a message, SMS on my phone, so they would have to hack into my account online and physically steal my phone in order for them to get my, or them, I mean criminals to get my Bitcoin. Great, so now this has been sent. If we go back to my dashboard, my Bitcoin is now at zero Bitcoins. Sent Bitcoins. So this is now on the Bitcoin network being verified and confirmed by all the Bitcoin, the thousands and thousands of Bitcoin miners that are out there processing these transactions right now. Once this request to transfer, once this transfer gets confirmed, I believe 6 or 7 times out of the thousands, out of the 100 times, 1,000 times that it will be confirmed, then it'll count as real. And the money will have left the Coinbase account, or the Bitcoins will have left the Coinbase account and will have arrived in my Exodus wallet. And as you see, we're still waiting for that transfer to take place. Now, the time it takes, interestingly enough, and the fee, so there was a small fee that I paid to make the transfer. That fee is what adds up and gets paid to the Bitcoin miners when they process these transactions. So seeing it this way, it may be a better way to explain what a Bitcoin miner is. Bitcoin miners are software running on computers. So Bitcoin miners are physical computers that are set up to process transactions and to calculate, verify, and confirm these transactions. And once they do, they get rewarded in Bitcoin, which comes from these fees. So that's my way of explaining it, much simpler than those techno geeks are using technobabble, which I can do, but I like converting it to English. Now, I do believe we can go and watch on the blockchain as this transaction gets confirmed. But that's like watching paint dry. I'll just pause this video and come back once the transaction has been confirmed. Excellent. Well, there you have it. So now we see that the Bitcoins have been deposited in my local account. They're locally stored now on my computer. I take my laptop with me. The Bitcoins are with me. Great. So now, what is the next step? Let's say I want to send the Bitcoins somewhere. So in this case, let me go to a website here. Let's not download Exodus. Let's go to xCoins. Let's say I want to deposit these Bitcoins into my xCoins account for lending. Now, I'll explain that in another video. But basically, xCoins, I can deposit Bitcoins in my xCoins account, lend them out, and make 15%. That's right. So I can earn 15% on the Bitcoins. So I go to my Bitcoin wallet, right? And I want to deposit Bitcoin. So I go here, go to deposit Bitcoin, and you see a familiar long string, which is the address. And I will copy this. Right click, copy. So the whole Bitcoin address, the wallet address here on xCoins has been copied. I'll go back to my Exodus wallet. Exodus, click on wallet. And I want to send these Bitcoins, send them to, and I paste the Bitcoin address. the amount to send. When I click in here, handy dandy little feature, neat little trick. Click on this little icon here, pre-fill all funds. All the Bitcoin I got. Great. And hit send. Are you sure? Yep. It's sending the Bitcoins. And transaction successfully sent. Okay. So back to my wallet. I see my portfolio. My local computer wallet is empty again. Go back to xCoins account. And I could monitor it over the next little while, but you see here, it's depositing this amount. This just occurred. This is the new. So if we click on activity, it'll refresh. I click on activity, it refreshes. This again, this is being deposited and will be sent out for lending. So it'll add to my balance, which I am using this money to lend or to make 15% profit on my Bitcoins by selling them through PayPal. So this is another service that the xCoins exchange offers, which I will explain in another video, because this is a great way to profit from your Bitcoins by selling them through PayPal and making 15%. Imagine if you do $1,000 worth in a day, that's 150 bucks. So not too bad. But I've done it over the last month or so, and it's made 852 US so far. So that's pretty good. And I thought I'd share this with y'all. So there'll be another video on how to use xCoins to make money and profit 15%. All right, stay tuned for the next video.